To call the atmosphere here charged would be doing it a disservice. It is positively electric in this place as we get you set for postseason baseball on the show. It's Game 1 of the National League Championship Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Philadelphia Phillies. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and you can see how these two teams stack up. And it's hard to say exactly who you'd give the edge to right now. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if the pitchers were the guys that got the upper hand in this series.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Philadelphia Phillies.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. What's this lineup got to do tonight to get a W on the road, Steve?
Well, I think you need to take advantage of balls up in the zone, and you could probably say that almost every day, but this is a great hitter's park. You get something to drive, they end up in the seats here.
Jared Eichhoff will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, Matty, remember, he's got an ERA, a career ERA, of less than 2. He is one of the most dependable, dominant pitchers the game has seen. Look to see that dominance here in this one.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Into the box is leadoff man Jason Hayward, and we are ready for baseball. Sent on the ground out to second. Hernandez takes it in, and he's set down, one away.
In the second spot tonight, shortstop Addison Russell.
Stepping in, Addison Russell. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Herrera on the run. 2 gone.
Pretty nice way to start your evening. 2 pitches, 2 outs. You can bet pitch count will not be a factor if he can keep that pace up.
Anthony Rizzo gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Into the windup and the pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
Well, McDonald, just like most other umpires, he'll miss a couple here and there, but his strike zone never seems to be too outrageous.
And he falls behind 0-2. Two out, nobody on. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Now it'll be the Phillies' turn. No score. A hometown Phil's starting lineup. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, I love what Billy Burns does for this ball club. He's got some serious speed, and that's a dangerous weapon at any level. It wreaks havoc on opposing pitchers because there's so many ways to manufacture runs when speedsters get on base. So don't be surprised if you see him cause trouble out there in this one.
Kyle Hendricks will do the pitching on the road here in Game 1 of the LCS. Eric, any thoughts?
Yeah, guys, in his last start, he gave us the 5 and dive. Didn't get a decision. He'll be looking to go a little deeper in this one and hopefully end up with a win.
And with that, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, Anthony Rizzo is really the centerpiece for this Cubs ball club. Offensively, we know what he does. Defensively, he really holds this infield together. Very fluid over at first base, good soft hands, and has a good throwing arm as well.
Billy Burns will stand in now, and you'd have to say he was one of the real bright spots in the division series.
And here in October, this is when you want your guys to really find their stride. And you're right, Matty. He was outstanding in getting them into this LCS.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. 1 away.
Batting second, left fielder, Cody Ashe.
Into the box, Cody Ashe, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. Around first, heading for second now. And he is in there safely with their first hit so far, a 1-out double.
And you know, I think we're starting to see, now that he's got some major league playing time under his belt, it's starting to come a little bit easier to him. He's starting to drive the ball, and he's starting to drive the ball with authority, too. And this is case in point as he winds up on second with a ringing double.
Odubel Herrera will stand in here in Game 1, and he'll be looking to put a disappointing division series behind him.
Yeah, it was disappointing in that he wasn't able to really carry much of the load. But I know he's grateful to have a shot at redemption here in the league championship series.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
Boy, this is an ideal start here so far in Game 1. You get the scoreless top half. And now, right away, you've got an opportunity here to score first and really put the pressure on right from the outset of this series.
Oh, 0-1 count, and the pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out and a runner on second base. Smoked on the ground left side, and just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Yeah, you might have seen the shortstop bird dogging him a little bit there at second base, and that's going to open up a good-sized hole on the left side of the infield. And as you see, the ball just gets shot right through that gap to put runners at first and third now.
Here's Mark Trumbo now, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
Here it comes on 1-1. Swing and a liner. Foul. Throw over to the bag, and he's back standing. Hot shot to third. Bryant is up with it. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Chris Bryant makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Oh, just a little over anxious right there. I guess he figured he had a pretty good gauge on that fastball, and he hoped he'd see it again, but he got the curveball instead.
Nope. Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Well, after getting ahead here 0-2, he nibbles for a couple pitches, and then finally he just says, all right, I'm through with this. So he goes back to the fastball, just blows it right by him.
Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber. And a breaking ball backs him out of the way. 1-0 the count.
And we'll see him work both sides of the plate with the curveball going forward. Maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around.
Tried to hold back, but this is popped up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Well, I've got to think this is a lack of communication right here. I don't know if he heard an "I got it" or what, but this should be an easy pop out. Instead, he doesn't even get leather on it.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Bases are empty. 1 man out. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. To first. To his right, Trumbo. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now. And with 2 away, let's check out our playoff bracket as we give you a look at how these 2 teams advanced out of the divisional round to meet here for the league championship. Ben Zobrist into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 0-1 delivery. Tap foul at home plate. No score here as we play inning number 2. Line toward right center. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. He'll take the turn and head for second. The throw pulls him off the bag.
Here's another look at this swing in show motion. Check out the hand getting into good position. The hips start to rotate, and then whack. That's great extension all the way through the ball. That's the perfect swing right there.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. And now you've got a base open here with the pitcher on deck. Is this a workaround situation?
I think absolutely. With 2 outs here, no sense in giving this guy anything to hit if you can pitch to the pitcher instead.
Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. To 2-2 now. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2.
Now, he does have first base open, so he doesn't have to come in right here. He can try to make that perfect pitch, and you know what? If he misses, who cares?
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Speared on the dive. He's out.
No problem.
The defense on display on this beautiful diving stop at short. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Michael Franco will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second. First pitch on its way. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. A solo shot here to left. His first homer here in the series. And the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Into the box now, J.P. Crawford. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1.
And if he wants to turn things around, that's a pitch that he's going to need to start locating better.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
And a sinker is over that time. It's back to 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Tries to dump this one out to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
And you check this out. This is on the inside part of the plate, but he still is able to take it to the opposite field. I'll tell you, that is bat control at its finest right there.
Kurt Suzuki stands in for the first time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike one.
So tough to hang in there on that pitch, but you got to do it. You can't give up on that inside corner, or this guy will bury you.
High in the air out to center field. Lagares is under it. Makes the play, one away.
Whoa, and as a pitcher, you'll hold your breath anytime a ball's hitting the air at this place. But luckily, he got under this ball a little bit too much, and that runner has to retreat back to first base.
Jared Eichhoff steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And they elect to have the pitcher bunt with 1 gone as he puts this one down. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Well, this is a nice job here of giving himself up. You see him square and put this ball down over toward the right side of the infield, and that's just where you want it to be. They do put the tag on him, but, hey, he gets the job done.
Stepping in now, Cesar Hernandez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. Phillies have an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Boy, what a nice job so far of working himself into a hitter's count. Now he can go to work on maybe picking up that 2-out RBI out of the 9-hole.
Liner toward right center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. Now third base coach Juan Samuel's going to wave him in. The run scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Billy Burns steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Leading off the inning, Kyle Hendricks, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hendricks.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
Nope, that's down.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. Grounded to the right. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Boy, nowhere close with this throw. Here's another look at first base. I mean, not only is this thing over his head, but you see it take off to the right field side of the bag, so it's not even on target. Very sloppy there. Potentially dangerous, too.
Here's Juan Lagares. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Pereira will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Jason Hayward will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
Runners on first with 1 down. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
You got to make sure if you come inside, you come way inside. You leave it out a bit, he's liable to hit that thing in the second deck.
Pretty good cut there, but it's to 2-1 now. And the pitch on 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with 1 out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, that's just your classic 0-2 changeup right there. And what he's trying to do there is to get that hitter's aggressiveness to work against him. And he just goes fishing in the dirt for a bad pitch and an easy punch-out.
Here's Addison Russell. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. 2 out with the man at first. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail it here 2-0. Cody Ashe digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Little flare out to left. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
You talk about a guy who's really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. And he's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
In now, Odubel Herrera. Hit hard to short. Russell has it. Zobrist on to first, and it's another double play. Already 2 of them here in the first 3 innings so far.
Well, that's just made to order right there. 2 hops to short, easy pivot, not a lot of heat at second base. That's just a pretty routine double play.
Mark Trumbo will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
First delivery to him on the way. And a curveball to begin the at-bat, 0-1. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Way outside. 1-2. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball hitter. You don't want to give in to his strength.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down quickly go the Phillies. They're up 2-0. Leading off the inning, Anthony Rizzo, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
First offering on its way. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Trying to strike him out for the second time. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And we've got a power guy versus more a finesse guy, and that's illustrated here. 96 versus just 90 miles an hour is the top 2 speeds. Digging in now, Chris Bryant. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a liner. And this will get on past Trumbo. It's a fair ball. Head down through first. He's heading for 2. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Boy, this is very close to being a foul ball, but a nice job by the first base umpire getting down there and getting the call right. And this is going to get down toward the corner and wind up a hard-hit double.
Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. No runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. High pop-up. Eichhoff just to the left of the mound. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Well, anytime you get an RBI guy to the plate with less than 2 outs, and he does that, he is not happy. That's the kind of at-bat that'll stick with you for a while.
Ben Zobrist walks into the box, reached base with a double his first time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And that's in there for strike one. And that finds the target. 0-2 now.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Ripped down the first base line. But a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. 2 out here and a runner at second. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Cubs strand 1. They're still down. It's 2-0. Is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Third baseman, number 7.
Here comes the first pitch. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Therefore, it is Hayward now, 1 away.
You see this ball start slicing away from him toward the end here, but he winds up staying right with it and running it down.
Into the box now, J.P. Crawford. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Schwarber on the move. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Oh, you can definitely feel and tell that it's October out there. There's a little bit of moisture in the air. Here, this ball sounded pretty good off the bat, and you wonder if it would have been a different story if it was mid-July out there.
2 are gone in the Philly 4th, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Kurt Suzuki. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Bat explodes as this has popped up. All coming on quickly here as he makes the diving catch, and it's a sparkler to take away a hit as that ends the inning. Who says first base is where they hide the guys that can't play the field? We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Miguel Montero will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
2-0. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is 1 big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game because right now they just seem out of it.
Hit out towards second. Hernandez scoops it up, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Up next for the Cubs, pitcher, Kyle Hendricks.
Kyle Hendricks, the hitter now. 0 for 1 on the day after reaching on an error his first time up.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike one.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
Ooh, you might have felt the squeeze on that one. That might just change the whole complexion of the at-bat.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he pumps the fastball by him here, 1-2 now.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
Yeah, he's able to set down his opposite number there, and I'll tell you, these two guys have pretty much matched each other pitch for pitch so far.
Into the box now, Juan Lagares. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming, here it is. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. No runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. And that's in there as well, 0-2 now.
Yeah, 1 pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
Takes this the other way to right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Cubs are down in order. They trail things here 2-0. Jared Eichhoff comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Jared Eichhoff.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. That's by him for strike 1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Swing and a liner. Foul. And that misses 2-2.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Up next for Philadelphia.
Yep, that's a pitcher up there, all right. Sounded like he hit that ball with a rolled-up Sunday newspaper.
Into the box, Cesar Hernandez. As the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1.
And maybe that's off the black just a little bit, but when you're around the plate as much as he's been, you're going to find that you're going to get a few calls like that.
Ripped on the ground to first. And a sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by him, a base hit.
Yeah, one-out base runner for him right here, and that's something they hadn't had for a little while, as that's going to break a streak of 6 in a row that he had retired prior to this base hit.
Billy Burns will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yeah, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
He's set. Here it comes. First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Lifted in the air out to left. Schwarber is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Well, he's 0 for 3 now in the ball game, and I think I can tell you why. If you're not a power hitter, you need to hit down on the ball. Try and drive things. This guy doesn't have enough muscle to hit home runs consistently, so he's wind up as routine flyouts.
Cody Ashe digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. From the stretch. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. But it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
The 1-0 delivery. And he misses again, 2-0.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
3-0 now. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. Line toward the gap in left center. In there, a base hit. Now a long throw to third. And he is in there.
He's working on a 3-for-3 ball game now. He's been automatic all night. Comes through another big hit right there.
Odubel Herrera digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Lays off 1-0. And he's got to be careful now that some of these borderline calls don't get him started going downhill.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really easy to dwell on those, but you have to keep looking forward. It's not easy, but you've got to do it if you want to have success.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The set and the 1-0 pitch. This one's a strike. It's 1-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Schwarber has a beat on it, and that's the 3rd out. Phillies leave a couple, but they're on top 2-0. Jason Hayward will stand in to lead things off, as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, and between the top 3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
Now the pitch. Right down Broadway that time. Strike one.
And if he's had any postseason jitters, he hasn't shown them to me.
No, he's been outstanding so far.
Hot shot down the line, but this will get foul for strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Well, this is one of those situations where his guys got him the lead early on, and he's been in complete control ever since. I mean, he's barely been threatened out there.
Addison Russell will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ball game so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1. Makeup call there?
I don't know, but let's just say they're even.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
On his way to pitch number 75. Hit hard on the ground towards second. To his left, Hernandez. Throw gets him, 2 down.
And here in these middle innings, they just haven't been able to get anything going against him out there. And that's 7 in a row now. He's set down here in the 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Now here's the pitch. A swinging bunt up the third baseline. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They're down 2-0. Mark Trumbo will stand in to lead things off here in the Philadelphia 6th.
First baseman, Mark Trumbo.
And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. And now pitch on the way. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Line drive to center field. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Michael Franco will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. He waits, now the pitch. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Line to the right side, but they'll just get the 1 out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
Now batting.
Yeah, and anytime you can get a guy like this to hit a ball like that, well, you know you've won the battle out there on the mound, and that was a good pitch.
In now, J.P. Crawford as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. This is line to left, and that'll get down for a base hit.
And now another base runner for him to contend with now. And as we bring up his line, you can see that's an even 10 hits against him so far. And you have to wonder how much longer they're going to let him stay out there.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart after 5 1/3 innings of work and with no shot to win the decision. Justin Grimm will come on and try to get out of this mess here as there are 2 on with only 1 away. Kurt Suzuki will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
And the Phils know that one key hit here could make a big impact on the outcome of the ball game.
That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
Boy, he better get it back together here with 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. In the dirt here. But fortunately here, no advance. He's set. Here's the 3-1. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
But this is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this.
These guys really haven't had all that many great chances offensively. So, you know, they'd hate to see this threat go by the boards. Not a good time for a strikeout at all.
Jared Eichhoff strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
Ryan Howard will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 6, Ryan Howard.
And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1.
So often playoff baseball comes down to the bullpen, and this is going to be a bullpen game from here on out.
Here's the 0-1. And a big swing by Howard, but he didn't get it, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
The 0-2 home. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. 7th inning coming up now in Game 1 as we take a look there at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Luis Garcia is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Luis Garcia.
Chris Bryant will stand in here to start the 7th in a game that's been sailing along to this point.
Yeah, good thing we don't get paid by the hour, man. This game has flown by.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Swing and a liner, but foul. And they take him out of the zone here, and he obliges. Not the greatest of swings there for the first out.
Well, you know when you get 2 strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah. That thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber. And into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because it would have taken his head off.
Ben Zobrist will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
And they'll start in with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Runner at first here, one man out. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
Runner goes for second. Ground ball right side. Scooped up, and he'll take this over to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner moves into scoring position at second.
Yeah, and here with the runner who's on the move, you've got no chance of even thinking about getting the double play. So a smart idea there just to take the sure out at first.
So a runner at second, 2 down now, and stepping in now is the catcher, Miguel Montero. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball. 1-0. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour. A ball and a strike. Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Very softly hit to the left side. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first as that will end the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Step ready for another shot. Cesar Hernandez, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. And this is low, ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Lagares is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Yeah, it looked like this might be much more off the bat, but this ballpark has really played large tonight. And, you know, we've seen a few balls right now really get knocked down out there.
Billy Burns will stand in. One of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Ball 2. Bases are empty, one man out. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he's definitely looking fastball there, and you know, he got one, but good recognition not to go up and chase it.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now. And the count will be full. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Fly ball out to straightaway left. Schwarber is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
Well, that's just a nice job out there on the mound, coming all the way back, down 3-0 on the count. He gets to 3-2, and then he gets his man to loft an easy fly ball.
Now in the box, Cody Ashe. He singled his last time up. Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Jorge Soler is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Jorge Soler.
Jake Diekman will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Leading out for the Cubs.
It's the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1.
Soler.
Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control. 0-2.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game, and the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ballgame. Juan Lagares will take another shot here. He's flied out and lined out in 2 trips.
Well, 0 for 2, but he's taken some decent hacks. Could see a better result in this at-bat.
And he lays off there, 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. Sinker stays outside and is behind now 2-0. Got him fishing for that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And that's a case where he's just trying to do anything to get his guys on the board.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Offers it that one a little late, and it's 2-2 now. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Chop foul over towards the dugout. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. Hernandez is up with it on to first, and there are 2 down. Very brisk pace to the ball game thus far. 2-0 our score as you get a look there at the line score to this point in the contest. Jason Hayward will stand in as they're quickly down to their final 4 outs tonight.
And Matt, they'd like nothing more than to ignite a 2-out rally right here. Maybe scratch at least 1 across before the 9th.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
2 out, nobody on. Line drive to left. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Some guys, you almost do him a favor if you pitch away from him. Here, he's just doing what he does best. Great balance here. Good swing path, and he drives it the other way.
Digging in, Addison Russell. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike.
And I think all in all, he's done a pretty good job behind the plate here tonight, but to me, that one's a strike.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Called strike on the sinker. 2-2 now. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3.
If he would have swung at that, he would have never heard the end of it.
A runner on first with 2 away. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And a dive, but he's back in. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. They're still down. It's 2-0. Pedro Strop in now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Pedro Strop.
Odubel Herrera gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point.
Center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. One and one, here it comes. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Hot shot toward third, but this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. One gone.
Yeah, and late in a close game like this, that would have been a good leadoff base runner to have. And he definitely hits this ball hard. It's just pretty much right at the glove.
Here's Mark Trumbo now, as he'll take a look at ball one. Swing and a miss for strike one. This one skied out toward right. Moving under it, Hayward. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Well, I think this is a slider down in the zone, running away. And that's a very difficult pitch to drive with any authority unless you're a guy like Matt Kemp. And this becomes a harmless fly out to right field.
Maikel Franco steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. From the stretch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Way outside, nearly to the backstop, 2-1.
When you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You've got to start it on the edge if you want him to chase.
2 balls and a strike. Here it is. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Lagares is camped under this one, and he will put it away to retire the side. Phillies down in order, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Anthony Rizzo will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Greg Holland is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 56.
Kicking off the top of the ninth, Anthony Rizzo, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base because they've been held in check all game.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's going to give this guy anything he can pull.
And that catches the high outside corner. 1-2 now.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the third strikeout of the game.
Well, that's a hat trick for him now. His third strikeout in the game. And I think the one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to go down looking. That's almost like admitting you're beat. That's a sinking feeling in that guy's stomach there.
Holland's ready. Here's the first pitch. Chris Bryant comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Now the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Boy, no messing around here in this ninth inning.
And that's a closer's mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitch, and that's usually a fastball.
Throw on to first gets him, and that means the Cubs are down to their final out now.
Yeah, and it's kind of been one of those days. There haven't been too many balls hit hard, and even when they do hit one hard, it's an atom ball.
Kyle Schwarber makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the ninth inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Ashe ranging back, and he tracks it down, and this ball game is over.
Yeah, you know, this game kind of felt like it could have been played back in 1968. Very well played, very low scoring, very quick game, too. I'll tell you, I could go for a few more of these this year. That'd be okay by me.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason, but this was one they definitely needed, and he came up with a huge performance here.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Phillies win this one 2-0. Good night from Philly.
final line score tonight. First for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies. 2 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Cubs, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time to the ball game, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Citizens Bank Park, 43,500. The Phillies thank you for attending and remind you to please buckle up and drive home safely.
Welcome to the show, baseball fans. Here's what's going on in the baseball world on this October morning. The Phillies nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs, 2-0. And that's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow for another postseason recap. Have a great day.